Now what we're going to do is we start our truck up. We're going to get out and inspect our lights. Now usually what I do is I get out, this is the first one I look at. Make sure it's not only flashing, but that it's on when the flashing stops. Okay? You're going to look up there, and I don't know if you can see that light up there or not. There's a light right up there. Make sure that one's working. And it's tough to do when you're in the sunlight. Okay? Come back here along the side of your trailer. Look underneath here. Make sure those are flashing. And again, the same as with the other one. Make sure they're on once the flashing turns off. Okay, come down through here. Same thing here. Make sure it's flashing, but make sure there's still a light on once that flasher goes off. Come back down the back side of the trailer. Check this light. Make sure it's running. Now, this is the ABS light. If there's a problem with your ABS in the trailer, this light will come on. The only way to check it is to unplug your pigtail from the front and plug it in and make sure this light comes on and goes off. It's hard to do in the daylight. And again, you're going to come back here. This one should be on solid. This one should be on and flashing. Okay? Same thing on this side. All right? You want to look up here. And you want to make sure that we're all working. Okay? It's tough to see here because of the daylight. Now, here's one that the DOT gets a lot of drivers on. That light right there. There it is. Okay? It's a license plate light. That has to be lit. If it's not, it's a DOT violation. Again, you go down this side and check the same thing. You check this red light, make sure it's working. Blinker, make sure it's working. Now you might say, Greg, this one looks different from the one on the other side. It does, it doesn't matter. Okay? If you come on down this side of the trailer, you're going to check this light right here. Again, make sure it's flashing and it's still on. And of course, that one up there. The cloud's getting a little bit darker, so it's a little bit easier. Okay? Check your lights. Make sure you got the blinker and the light. Blinker and the light. Make sure your running lights across the top. Believe me, the one on the left, they are. Okay? Then you come back up in the truck here. Reach up here, pull this down. Come back out. Now the inside light should be on. And the inside light should be on this side. Okay? That's your bright lights. The only thing that's hard to check when you're by yourself is the brake lights, because basically you can't check your brake lights. Okay, there are some vehicles that have a special piece, a special device on them where you can just push a button and it will take off. Now, last but not least, you're going to come in here, make sure your oil pressure's up, make sure your water temperature's up, oil pressure's up. This is for your transmission. It's not real important, just make sure it's not too hot. Make sure none of your idiot lights are on across here. Now you say, well, Greg, you got an idiot light on. That's right, that's the brake, because I have my parking brake set. That'll be on as long as my parking brakes are set. Once I release the parking brake, it goes out. Okay? Over here, as you can see, I'm a little low on fuel. You got fuel and diesel exhaust fluid. Okay? I filled this up yesterday. I didn't get a chance to fill the fuel yesterday. These are your air tanks. Okay? Now you can see that one, see the little S right there? That's your secondary air tank. Okay? This one you can see has a P, that's obviously primary. You want to make sure those are up. If those are over here in the red zone, okay, you got a problem. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'll pump these brakes down. You hear the beeper go off. Okay? Now, you heard that pop? That was that red line coming out. Because once it gets down to a certain level, that red line, that red air line here should pop out. Okay? And now you can see here it says brake air. Okay? That's telling me this air pressure is too low. Now, it's going to build back up. But I can always idle the motor up to build it back up. Alright? And that's your basic pre-trip inspection. Okay? Another thing you want to do, and I don't even usually think about it, because once you do it, you don't have to do it again. You want to check this clutch. Make sure there's a little play in it. You can feel it. Just make sure there's some play in it. Make sure you can move it up and down just a little bit before you get any resistance. Okay? Because you don't want to push that thing damn near to the floor before you get any resistance. You want just a little bit of play in it. That's it. Okay? Okay, gang, so that is a basic pre-trip inspection. Now, I'm sure if you're out there in your truck, you go, well, you forgot to do this. You forgot to do, you know what? This was hard enough. All right? I had to go through and I had to think about it. And I usually don't think about it. I usually just do it. A lot of the stuff, like I said, you're looking and you're listening. You're using your eyes and your ears. Okay? Another key that I didn't mention, your nose. Okay? If it's leaking coolant, you can smell it. Okay? When you're looking under the hood, one of the things you want to look for, and I didn't even mention this, I just happened to think about it when I mentioned the leaking coolant. Look in the ground. Is there a puddle in the ground? If there is it coming from you? And look to see. If there's no puddle, there's nothing to look for. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this edition of the video of the day. I know I'm going to have to do this in 2 parts, but I'm going to do the best I can. So, until next time, this is your host of the video of the day, Greg the Crazy Trucker, saying, see ya!